Hey everyone, welcome back to Be Man is Man. I know it's been a while since I posted something. I've had some crap literally on my floor because of a sewer backup, but the basement is 80% there. Still got to do something about the floor. There's that stench down here, and it's still a little musty down here, but we got to get it figured out. But as you can see, I have a much better setup down here. I'm a little higher. I'm standing. I'm not sitting behind the microphone like this talking to you guys, and I'm hidden behind the microphone, and you don't see my beautiful Irish face. And speaking of the Irish, as you can see behind me, there's a new exciting, glossy, shiny banner. And I will get into that in a couple moments. As you know, I am a huge Notre Dame fan, and I love Notre Dame football. I'm up and down Notre Dame football fan, kind of like the stock market. But you know what? I will still love them. You might even say, oh, you're a bandwagon fan, B-Man. You're a fair weather fan. You're up and down. Make up your mind. Are they good or are they not? No, I'm just brutally honest, and I'm going to pick them apart. I didn't go to Notre Dame, okay? I'm not even smart enough to go to Notre Dame. But I love the football. I love the university. I love their tradition. I love everything about them. I'm not one of those fans that go to a Notre Dame game and walk around and be like, ew, look at the church. Oh, let's follow the band like an idiot. No, when I go to a Notre Dame game, what you're supposed to do before a game is sit around, drink beer, eat bratwurst, and get drunk and go to the game and have fun instead of be like, hey, let's follow the band. No, I don't do that. I'm not one of those fans. I'm a hardcore, extreme Notre Dame fan who's going to speak the truth, and I'm going to be brutally honest, and I'm going to pick them apart. And I'm probably going to be nitpicking them too much, but you know what? This is the beauty about it. I'm not being paid by Notre Dame where they produce me what to say or they tell me what to say where it's scripted. I am speaking out of my own mouth in my own basement, speaking to you guys about Notre Dame football. And if they have a bad season, I'm probably going to have a heart attack and my blood pressure is going to go up over 500. And I'm going to explode and my face is going to be redder as this shirt right here where it says Cubs magic number is 911. And check this out. Yes, there's one thing more than I hate than Michigan football, and that is the Chicago Cubs. But you know what? I don't even want to waste my time talking about the Cubs because this is about Notre Dame football in my show. Enough of that. You know what I just explained to you what the show is going to be. Me being brutally honest, me being up and down, me acting like a fair weather fan, but I will still love them deep down in my heart. And if they go 1-9 or 2-11 or whatever the record is, they play 12 games, so that would be 2-10. I'm probably not even going to have a page. I'm probably going to cuss so much, and the FCC is going to shut me down. But let's say if they go 11-1 and they have a great season before their bowl game, and they go out and win their bowl game, they go 12-1. I'll be on cloud 9, and I'll think I'm in heaven, and it'll be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Because there's nothing better than anything than sliced bread. But that's not the point. The point is that I am a crazy Notre Dame fan, and you guys are going to see that, and that's the whole point of this page. I've decided to go that route. A lot of people don't like that I like talking about college football, but you know what? It's my page. You might be so entertained by the way I am when I throw a fit when Notre Dame sucks that you might even actually like it. So that means like this video, and please subscribe and spread the word, please. A little more helps. And then the big news, and that is the banner behind me. Let me move the microphone for you guys, and I will show it to you. So I might sound like I'm about 10 miles away because the microphone's gonna be away from me. Check that out. Excuse my big blockhead that's in the way. That is beautiful. I had that made. Excuse the noise for me hitting the mic, but I had that made at Region Signs in Whiting, Indiana, and it was absolutely beautiful. Great company, shop local, okay? The mom and pop stores make a difference, okay? Including getting a haircut. Don't go to Great Clips. Don't go to these other big box places or big chain places. Go to your local mom and pop barbershop and get a haircut like what I'm going to do tomorrow, okay? And no, I'm not breaking the social distancing rules because we've been opened up. So, that being said, check out the banner. I just showed it to you. It's awesome. It's a little shiny, but you know what? I love it. That's going to be the official logo for my channel. I did a little bit of a different scheme from Notre Dame. I actually contacted the University of Notre Dame asking them if I could make that logo if it violated their copyrights infringement or if it infringed their copyrights, but they never responded. So I gave them 2 weeks and voila, I made it. The blue behind the shamrock looks a little purple, but it's actually a navy blue. It just looks that way because the blue on the wall is darker than that. But you know what? It was the best $50 I've spent in a long time, and I love it. It looks great. I cannot wait to do this for you guys. I hope there's a season this year where you see me going around being crazy about Notre Dame football. You know what? Let me tell you a story about Notre Dame football, okay? And excuse me while I drink some water, okay? When I was a kid, growing up in my family, growing up with my dad, I had to clear my throat there. I know that's very unattractive. excuse me, but I have a frog in my throat tonight. My dad was a crazy Notre Dame fan, and that's the reason why I'm a Notre Dame fan. Every Saturday in the fall, you had to be quiet. You couldn't talk during the game. The only time you could talk were in between commercials and during halftime. That was it, and it was chaotic. Notre Dame was good when I was growing up, from 1987 to about 1994. 1993 was the last time Notre Dame was actually, I would say, relevant great. They've been great since then, but they haven't been like relevant great. And what I mean by that is relevant great is like they were at the top of the cream of the crop. At that time, it was Miami, it was Notre Dame, it was Nebraska, and it was Colorado. Okay, they were in that top 5. Notre Dame is not that anymore. I'm you know, like I said, I'm honest, I'm realistic. They're not even, they're in the top 12 in terms of programs. Okay, but they're. I'm not talking about just rankings you have every year. I'm just, excuse me for hitting the mic again. I'm just talking about them being relevant. They're not relevant like they used to be 30 years ago. With that being said, growing up during that time was Notre Dame's glory years the golden era for my life. They were great. They were on an average of 9 or 10 wins, and they only had a couple losses, and they beat Miami twice in 3 years, which was great. They beat them in 88, lost to them in 89, and beat them in 90, and I hate Miami. At that time, I hated Miami. Miami's not as bad as now because Miami kind of sucks and all the fans don't show up anymore like they used to. The Miami program has kind of floundered since then. But you know what? At that time, I hated Miami because it was Notre Dame's biggest rivalry. Michigan and USC were rivalries at the time, but there was something special about the Notre Dame-Miami game in that 4-year time period from 1988 to 1990. Actually, that's 2 years. But if you count it, 88 one season, 89 2 seasons, and then 90, that's actually 3 games. So that 3-year period there, it was hateful. They just hated each other. They ripped each other apart, and it was great, though. That's what college football should be. It should be rivalries like that. It was beautiful. Okay, I grew up with that. And then in 93, the last time they were great, the last time that Notre Dame was in number 1, and they not the last time they were number 1, but the last time they had a number 1 team come to their stadium, and Notre Dame upset them like they did a couple years before that in 1988. When Notre Dame was number 2 and Miami was number 1. Actually, I think I fact checked. Notre Dame was number 5 at the time and Miami was number 1. Notre Dame had beat Miami and Notre Dame jumped all the way up to number 1 at that point. I stand corrected. But you get my point. That was the last time Notre Dame, 1993, had a great team like Florida State with Charlie Ward come in. Everybody thought Florida State was going to blow out Notre Dame. And everybody thought that Notre Dame was going to be knocked back down to their low level, like that everyone thought that Florida State was at the top and extremely great. Notre Dame kicked the crap out of Florida State statistically if you look at that game. Yeah, the score indicates it was a close game, but Notre Dame dominated them in the first 3 quarters. Notre Dame kind of ran out of gas a little bit in the 4th quarter, but they still won. They defensively held up and won the game, but Notre Dame beat the crap out of Florida State in that game. They could have won the game by more points, an even bigger score, but they let Florida State back into that game. The next week, Notre Dame lost to Boston College. Don't want to get into that. But my point is, I grew up during that era. I grew up during that time when Notre Dame was great, and that's when I fell in love with them. That's why I'm a crazy Notre Dame fan. Ever since then, Notre Dame's been mediocre. Ever since then, Notre Dame hasn't been the same. Yeah, they've had a couple good teams. They played for the national championship, but they got knocked back down to reality. They went to the semifinal playoff game in the Cotton Bowl against Clemson a few years ago. They got knocked around in that game too. And I don't make excuses. I just directly say they weren't good. They can't compete with these teams. You know, they can't. They're far superior teams. You know, they did compete against Florida State. Like I said in my previous videos, in Clemson a couple years before that, they lost, but they didn't win. I mean, they lost by a couple points, but still, a loss is a loss, and a win is a win. But they can compete against the big-time programs. We've seen them do it on the road against Clemson during that hurricane in 2014, I believe, or 2015, then against Florida State, when Florida State was number 1 at the time, and they had that great quarterback who ended up transferring because he got hurt, and it's unfortunate, but Florida State had a great team at that time. Notre Dame did compete with them, but they weren't great like they were in the late 80s and the early 90s, and that's where I grew up with, and that's why I'm a crazy Notre Dame fan. So that's the background of my life, about how much of a crazy Notre Dame fan I am. And my dad taught me that. My dad, like I said, we weren't allowed to talk. If we did talk during the game, we were kicked out, okay? And we were only allowed to talk during halftime, which sucked, because halftime at that time was like 5 or 10 minutes. Now halftime's like a half hour, it seems like. Okay, so growing up, if I grew up during this age, I probably wouldn't like Notre Dame as much, because Notre Dame hasn't been really good since maybe 2012, Yeah, I'm wrong. They've had. I'm just being a pessimistic Notre Dame fan. They've had a couple good teams since 2012, 2018. They had that one loss against Clemson in the semifinal game, the playoff game, in the Cotton Bowl. I told you that. So they've had a couple good teams, but they just perform well against the elite team like Clemson. The elite team that these experts, like so-called experts, like to say. But I just wanted to give you a little background. That's what this page is going to be about. It's just going to be me all over the place being mad, and I might even go to a Notre Dame game and do a show live in the parking lot tailgating. If I can get the right equipment, I just need to get like a nice laptop and a good camera and get a microphone I can hold. I can actually maybe interview some drunk Notre Dame fans. That'd be kind of interesting. Instead of walking around and following the band and going to the church. And by the way, my parents got married at the Notre Dame church. And yeah, I mean it's church. Church is church. Okay, you go to church to pray to God. Okay, you don't go to church to look at it because it's beautiful. You go to Notre Dame to watch football. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do when I go to a Notre Dame game. So if Notre Dame has a season, well, I won't be able to go this year because of social distancing rules. But you know what? When there are fans again in stadiums and we can trust each other and we don't have to wear masks and we can be 3 feet in front of each other, unlike that idiot Dr. Fauci says, we might have to be 18 feet away from each other. If we have to sit 18 feet away from each other in a stadium, then there's no point of going to a football stadium. Being at a football stadium is great when you have fans screaming and cussing at each other and arguing at each other and getting drunk. You can't do that in a university stadium. But the point is that it's why you tailgate. Okay, if Dr. Fauci said it's okay we can tailgate, then we'll tailgate. And I can tailgate. I can do my show live on the campus, where I can just mock Notre Dame fans, the elite Notre Dame fans, and tick them off. And by the way, I am going to tick off Notre Dame elite fans who think they're better than me. And then let's say, this guy B, man, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Okay, but if those of you who don't think you know what I'm talking about, like this video and please subscribe to the channel. Anyways, I really appreciate it. But you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to save up my money. I'm going to have to get a nice laptop. I'm going to have to get a nice camera and go around, interview people, and do a live Honest About the Irish post-game show on South Bend. In South Bend at Notre Dame Stadium, or even on the campus, and sit in front of Touchdown Jesus, and just, I think that'd be beautiful. I think that'd be great. I'm excited about it. I've been thinking about this, and I'm gonna do it. Like, people might think I'm crazy and think I'm ridiculous because I'm walking around with a laptop and the camera, but I'll do it. And you know what? I will find a Notre Dame alumni. I will find the most elite Notre Dame alumni and interview him and piss him off and get him probably to choke me. But you know, that's the whole point, because I love pissing people off. So I probably pissed off a bunch of Notre Dame fans on this page right now, but you know what? This is going to be beautiful. I cannot wait. I know I sound like an idiot for saying this, but I cannot wait until Notre Dame has their first loss, so I can go on here and I can rip them. See, it's different when you beat someone barely. Like if you barely beat a team like Bowling Green, let's say like 24-20. But let's say that you lose to Bowling Green like 24-0. I want a game like that. I know, and you're probably thinking, well, B-Man, why would you want your team to lose? So I can go on there and rip them apart. And you guys can laugh at me and probably get annoyed with me. And you'll probably love it. Okay? But that's, you know what? That's the whole beauty of this. It's for fun. I cannot wait to do it. And I'm looking forward to the college football season. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go on the campus this year and do my live show on campus and carry this banner with me, and hopefully Notre Dame security doesn't throw me out for copyright infringements, which I don't think they will because they never responded, so shame on them. But I'll have this banner behind me, sitting in a chair, interviewing people and giving my opinion about a game. I might even do a pregame show. Okay, yeah, and that sounds cool too. But that's pretty much it, guys. I try to keep it under 15 minutes. I'm pretty much done for today. Stay tuned. I'll keep you more updates going on. I'm going fishing this week, and for the first time this year, I'm actually going fishing. Like I said, we got about 80% of the basement figured out down here. We got to do a couple more things to take care of, and then the basement should be back to 100%, hopefully in a couple more months. But you know what? It's the first time I've been able to go fishing this year. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the country right now that's unfortunate and it's hateful, and there's been a lot of curfew, so I haven't been able to go on the boat after a certain time. But hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do that. But I'm going to get up early Saturday, probably get up before 7 and go fishing, so I haven't done that all year, and I'm excited about it. I've only been on the boat twice, so maybe I'll send some pictures on my page here to show you guys if I catch anything. Those of you who follow me on Facebook and Snapchat as well. Hypocrite Snapchat, by the way. I don't want to get into that, but Snapchat's a big-time hypocrite company. But anyways, I will definitely put Actually, you know what? I deleted my Snapchat my Snapchat today. I forgot about that. I posted on Facebook. I deleted my Snapchat. I'm just tired of Snapchat and their hypocrisy and how they're exploiting hypocrisy on their company. The CEO came out and tried to kiss the establishment's ass today about certain things they don't want on their page. But that's okay. It's okay to have half-naked celebrities on there, though. But you know what? Whatever. Doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that I will definitely take pictures and put on my Facebook account of me catching fish and stuff like that. And hopefully I do. The weather's supposed to be beautiful Saturday, so I'll definitely do that. But please, guys, like this video, subscribe to my page, and I'll see you later on down the road, and I'll keep you updates regarding Notre Dame football season. And like I said, the first game is against Navy at the end of August, and it's going to be played out in Maryland instead of Ireland, because obviously because of the COVID-19. But let's see what happens. Hopefully this season. Hopefully Notre Dame has a bad loss this year, so I can go on here and rip them apart. But everybody, thank you so much for watching this video and liking my page. It makes a difference, and please like and subscribe. Everyone stay safe. God bless.